Can people hear me? Tell me if I am heard. We're just chilling, folks. We're just chilling. Remember, you can always go to the event stage or the chat. Yes, you can hear me. I was heard. Amazing. Amazing. Now we're just waiting on Brad. He's going to get in here any minute, and we're going to start the first Level Up Live of 2023. Hey, is it him? The man, the myth, the legend himself?
It is. I'm still getting a few final things set up over on my end. I apologize for my tardiness.
Hey. If anything, you're early, Brad. You're early. We're 2 minutes
I'm early,
early.
but I feel late.
You're early, but you feel late?
Yes, it feels late.
Okay. Well, everyone tell me if they can hear Brad properly on the YouTube side as well as on the Discord. Everyone say hi. Howdy, amigos. Hey, Pokey Phantom.
All right. Well, I shall be. I'm gonna close up my door and I'll be right back.
All right. Well, when Brad closes his door, the show will open.
Alrighty. Well, here we are.
Here we are, everyone, and we're gonna start with Level Up Live. Hello, it's me, your host, Marco DeSantos, also known as the Mechanic Critic. Though most of you just know me by Marco nowadays, and with me is the ever magnanimous, ever new, ever green, and ever Longoria himself.
What?
I have no
It's
idea.
me, Brad Talton, also known as D. Brad Talton. Who you may just know as Brad too, or that guy, president of Level 99 Games. And I'm so happy to be with you this year once again in 2023. It's going to be a great year. I'm super excited. Are you excited, Marco?
I am so excited. You can hear it in the timbre of my voice, the shaking of the earth, and as well as the clamoring of our fans. If you're pogged about 2023, everybody, I don't know, use your favorite emoji. Choo choo. Mine's a train. I like trains.
Well, we do have a lot of trains roaming around these days, and it's nice that the world. Speaking of trains, that the world shipping situation is getting back to some semblance of normal. So, hopefully, we won't be seeing such big delays like we saw last year on the delivery of our games to you,
Yeah.
the fans, whom we adore.
Whom we love, whom we
Yes,
cradle like important, like a mother cub cradles her
yes,
children.
yes. Like got it on my desk. How to serve fans.
Is that a real book? Please
Uh,
tell me that's a real book.
no, it's not a real book. It's a Twilight Zone reference.
Oh, I see. Well, is that How to Serve Humans? Is that supposed to be?
The book in the Twilight Zone is called How to Serve Man. Yeah.
Okay, good. Is this okay? Well, man, I love Twilight Zone. You know, like let me talk about that a little bit. I really like because there was like the old Twilight Zone, and then there's like the reboot too, right? I think I watched a lot of episodes of the old school Twilight Zone, and I'm really into it because not all. How do I explain this? Because Twilight Zone is essentially Black Mirror before Black Mirror, right? And
Yeah, to some degree, yeah.
right,
But but more appropriately sized.
yeah, more appropriately sized and not depressing all the time. Like Twilight Zone isn't always sad. You know what I mean?
But the best episodes are.
But the best episodes are like the Christmas one
Best
wasn't
episodes is what
sad, right? The Christmas one wasn't sad.
yeah. But there've been multiple reboots. And I like how like how low tech the Twilight Zone is.
I do too. I adore it.
Sometimes it's just our ordinary life, and I think that this is. I also like this about some of the old like Star Treks too. Like I really love the episodes of Star Trek where they just like show up in like on some Western set, and it was just because they had that set in the back lot, and they're like, oh, let's use this for an episode, right? But
yeah.
at the same time, it's still kind of like like it's fun to see those characters in like what I say. It's good writing and it's good acting when they can make it work, even though it's so out of so out of touch with the normal cadence of the show.
Yeah, I think it's.
So,
I mean, that's why people love Doctor Who too, right? Like, there's a certain sort of like scrappiness to all of it, right? That makes you just that just really highlights the ingenuity of the actors and the writers and all of that stuff. But that aside, Brad, speaking of ingenuity and scrappiness, let's talk about us. Let's talk about Level 99 Games, the little scrapyard titans of the board gaming world, the dark souls of the scrap titans of the board gaming world. That's us. That's right. We're difficult. I don't know. I don't know what I'm. Save me.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure what's happening anymore. But I think why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've been doing over the New Year break?
Oh man,
because we had a big like 2-week recess, and we're really just now back to our regular schedule.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to?
I've been playing some games. The irony of it all is that I love gaming so much that in my free time I game a lot. And during the holidays I had some time to play some really interesting games. I got to meet up with some family and I got to talk to them, had fun with them. I saw some people I've never seen in years because of the pandemic, right? The family got bigger. Like there were kids that didn't exist prior to pandemic. Yeah, so there was a bunch of new family members, new games, and mostly just trying to relax. Working at Level 99 Games is fun, fast-paced, and awesome. And it can get tiring, if you've been doing it for months on end. So getting a break's pretty nice too.
Yeah. This year I've been diving into like kind of like what everybody's doing, and this is a very complicated job. Like all of the jobs in this office are extremely involved and rather complicated.
It's a funny thing you say that, right? Because like there's a recurring joke that I always make whenever we're in meetings, right? Which is what department is Marco in? All of them.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I think yeah, you and me are both like all over the place.
Right.
It's that's just scrappiness, right?
That is the scrappiness.
That's where
truly.
the scrappiness comes in.
And Tex is correct. Tex is saying Mark has been playing Galactus and Marvel Snap. Obviously, Marvel Snap has been a mainstay for me for the past month, or 2 or 3 or 4. During family gatherings, I'm just playing Marvel Snap.
I tell you, I'm playing this Zabu deck now, and it's really good. Zabu is amazing.
Yeah, Zabu's fun. Are you running the Wong combo deck? It's with Zabu.
No, I don't have Wong yet.
Okay. So what are you running?
It's just Zabu and a bunch of 4s, honestly. And Moon Girl. And so.
All right. So Zabu on 3, 2 4-drops on 4. 2 4-drops on 5.
Moon Girl and one other. No, Moon Girl and one other. Yeah, and then it's like 2 4-drops, and then 3 4-drops.
Oh, that's good. That's good. You just drop big boys, right?
Yeah,
and big girls.
And it's got a couple. Like it's got Adam Warlock and Scorpion as the only 2s. So it's all 2s and 4s. So you can always
curve out.
You've always got something to do.
Oh, that's a cool deck. I've been running Wave Galactus because I'm a terrible human being.
Yeah.
So the way the deck works is I play like a bunch of like garbage 1 to 2 drops, like Mr. Sinister's, Scorpions, and stuff like that. On turn 3, I play Wave, which makes the next card you play cost 4. And then on turn 4, I Galactus a spot, and it destroys everything, right? And then the rest of my deck is Cosmo to stop any on reveals. And then I play Death which gets cheaper every card that's destroyed. Since Galactus literally destroys all the other locations, Death is like a zero-cost card.
Yeah.
And then I play Gamora because there's only one location, so all the Guardians of the Galaxy characters get their effects off guaranteed. So it's stupid deck. You just destroy all the locations and then you beat them on sheer power and last turn. Usually though they retreat before the end of the game.
Yeah, I think that's the only problem with the turn 4 Galactus, that it doesn't give you that last turn swing that would get you some snap points.
Yeah. You just have to play more volume, right?
Yeah. So I've been reading Unbeatable Squirrel Girl in my spare time.
Oh, Squirrel Girl.
Apparently they have it at my local library, so I've checked it out from the library. Can you believe? And reading Squirrel Girl, and I've been getting back to Valheim a bit.
Nice.
Gaming, and so it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, and aside from work, which I'm always doing, and I taught Catherine how to play chess over the Christmas break.
Did she beat you?
My proud achievement. No, she still thinks the king is the best piece because it's the tallest. So
she's
there, but
she's
she knows,
she's
knows
right.
How they move.
She's right though. The king has infinite value in chess.
Sure. But also the pawns can tag just as well as the king can. So, it's okay to use all the pieces. But yeah, she wants to use the tallest pieces first. That's where she's at.
I mean, she's not wrong, right? Develop so long as she learns not to do that with the king.
Yeah. She'll get there. She'll get there. But I'm a proud dad.
Well, Brad, I'm so glad that you've been able to go home and be the family man of your dreams. But Brad, I'm sure people here are excited to listen and hear all about the updates for all of our projects.
Right. You want to hear about the games, don't you?
Yeah. Wouldn't you want to know about that, Ed boy? So, Brad, tell me a little bit about the update on Far Corners and Undernight, since these two are kind of interconnected with one another.
Yeah, so they both have arrived in Canada. So Canada's our last big holdout. There's still a few places in Asia that are getting theirs because we had to go through like routing services in Asia. But mostly Canada's the big zone where a lot of people are still waiting. And games have arrived in Canada for Imperial and for Undernight, and Millennium Blades Errata and BattleCon and Grand Chronicle and Himmel 9 and Game Millennium promo. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And it's all now arrived in Canada. Our fulfillment center in Canada is cataloging and counting it. And then once soon as that's finished, fulfillment will get started up. We expect that fulfillment will be starting by the end of this week.
Right.
So things are moving forward. Yep.
We want to make things very clear. When we say fulfillment, we mean the process of shipping begins.
Yeah, to the door fulfillment. Right. Yeah, fulfillment being to the door, and then transit being kind of like from ports to the fulfillment center.
Right.
So
right.
Fulfillment is the guys that actually send it to you.
Right.
Directly.
And yeah. So let's just make that language clear, because I've come to realize that not a lot of people understand the industry language that we sometimes use. So,
yeah, it's a little bit vague sometimes.
Yeah. So the games are gonna start making their way to the Canadian doorsteps very soon. And again, we're gonna put that in an update on all of those Kickstarter projects as well as on our blogs and stuff like that. So if you're clamoring for your Undernights and your Far Corners and everything else that comes with Far Corners, keep an eye out on the blogs, keep an eye out on the Kickstarters. You'll find the updates there. Brad, speaking of that stuff, speaking of things that are making their way along, let's talk about the thing that makes its way along the most.
Yeah,
dark and scary places. You didn't leave me my dramatic pause, Brad. What happened?
You got killed while you were doing.
I got hooked.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Trapper came up and got
sacrifice to the entity. Yeah. So let's talk about Dead by Daylight, the board.
Trapper.
Pause for Trapper. I don't think I pause willingly for Trapper. Does that make sense?
No.
It's more like the Trapper forces me to pause.
Yes. Well, yeah, to talk about Dead by Daylight. So we finished the production of the collector's edition. That's all done. Assembly is happening right now, and assembly is the last step before we ship. And so we're working really hard to get the assembly done before Chinese New
Mm-hmm,
Year,
mm-hmm.
which is when the factory will shut down for a couple weeks. Effectively, they're gone for a whole month. That's generally how it goes. So we're doing everything we can to get Dead by Daylight collector's editions out of
Uh-huh.
the factory and out to our global logistics service by the end of January, effectively. And so when our global logistics service picks it up, they are going to ship it to hubs around the world. That'll probably take about a month. And then once it's at all of those hubs, it'll go out to doors. So we're expecting, again, that we will actually be delivering in March at this point, as was previously
So
planned.
so we're on track right now,
Yes,
and that's
we're on
great.
track.
Yeah, wonderful. Oh man,
And
so
in
I'm
spite of a few setbacks that we had earlier, which you may have remembered if if you were checking our updates, we've overcome a few challenges. We've been improving. We've still continued to check everything and make sure it all works out and request a couple adjustments from the factory. Because again, the most important thing is that everything comes in correct when you get the game.
right.
So, you know,
Because it just
but,
makes sense for everyone, right? The more correct it is, the more happy everybody is, and the less work we have to do, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You know.
It's on a game of this scale, like if we have serious problems, like they're real serious.
Yes.
So we need to everything gets multiplied by the magnitude of the project.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So anyway, but yeah, so everything's going well so far, and we're excited to be delivering those by on time later this year.
Awesome. Ethan from the YouTube said that they played both 8-player Bullet and 4-player co-op Bullet over the holiday break. Hey, that's awesome. Who won the
Cool.
8-player Bullet? I just want to know. And they're excited to hear what's on the radar for 2023. Well, we'll get to that after our mid-break segment. But Brad, I do want to ask you a real question here, right?
Yeah.
Let's I think that there's something really interesting that happened this year. Can you guess?
Something interesting that happened this year in Level 99 games.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of things happened, Marco. You got to be more specific than that.
Do you want to do a little retrospective of what happened in 2022 before we head into the mid-roll break?
What is that part of our segment 2? Because that seems to be on our docket.
Okay, fine. Do you want to do the mid? You want to do mid-show?
Yeah, I think we do the mid-show break, and then we'll come back.
But it's not
to...
even mid-show yet, Brad. We're only 15 minutes into the show.
Well, I mean, I guess we could just keep bantering about things.
I mean,
we could answer some.
Let's
questions.
answer some questions. How about that? Okay, so we'll answer some questions before we go into our
buy
mid.
some time, answer some questions.
Yeah, let's buy some time and answer some questions. Somebody in YouTube asked, I haven't been able to find a stock of any level 99 games in the UK for a long time. Had Bullet on pre-order for over 6 months. Is there some sort of supply issue to the UK? Brad, this is a you question.
There is a. I mean, yeah, we. So Asmodee North America is our primary distributor, and they have the exclusive right, and they allocate for Asmodee UK. So what we would have is we'd have Asmodee North America, buy some copies, and then Asmodee UK, sets aside a percentage of that at press, and we, Asmodee UK did not order any in our last print run. That's kind of what it is. We are working to get them aware of our products so that they can buy and get an allocation. And this upcoming print run, where we did BattleCon, Millennium Blades, Argent, and a new reprint of BattleCon, those will, they did get games allocated from that bundle. So we will be seeing those games coming into the UK. and we're working more on getting, just more general UK awareness of our lines. So expect the situation to improve, but I know that it has been troublesome for the past couple months.
Yeah. Well, that's good. We're working hard on it. Somebody asked, did we buy Disney? I mean, it's more likely that Disney buys us, right?
Um, I'd appreciate being bought by Disney. I think that could only go well for us.
That could only go well. Exceed Disney House Playhouse. All right, Disney Mouse's
Yes.
Playhouse.
This is what we really need is Disney is Disney characters exceed.
Yes. Truly,
Star Wars exceed, I think, or Marvel exceed. I'd go for
Marvel Exceed would probably make more
sure.
sense, right? But
Star Wars exceed could work fine.
okay, but tell me, wouldn't it be pogged as heck to be Goofy and then exceed into Foy Goof or something? And it's like, the Kingdom Hearts version of Goofy is the exceed side.
No, you can't use Foygooks and Cool in the same sentence or the same breath, even the same mouth.
Well, you totally can.
It needs to be washed between those two words.
You totally can. You can just put the word "not" before "cool."
That's stretching it, but okay.
That's stretching it. Okay. Somebody else asked the question here. Oh, not the question. Somebody just said, "Hi, I'm from Australia and I love Level 99 games. Thanks for your awesome work." Chris Pratt on YouTube says, "Thanks, Chris
Thanks.
Pratt."
Well, some of us are closer to Australia than others, but we are hoping to get out there at some point in the near future. And we have been talking with about what kind of Australian shows might we attend. So
Australia.
someday we'll make it to Australia.
Conventions. I was like, Australian
Yeah.
shows? Are
Yeah.
Are we gonna be on Crocodile Hunter or something? Like, I always.
Or we could set up our own Crocodile Hunter, Marco.
Something, crikey. This one has a lot of bite, and it's just a picture of a board game box. And it just...
with like your hand stuck inside the box.
yeah, exactly.
Wow.
No Level 99
this
games
is
here in
worse.
Amazon MX. Will they respawn soon?
So Amazon MX, that's really Asmodee's business. They supply Amazon. They have the rights to sell on Amazon. If they're not selling to Amazon MX, that's it might be something that has to percolate down. I don't know. I'll mention it to them in our next meeting. So let me write that down.
Yeah. See, your questions have a tangible effect on the things we do constantly.
Yeah. So next time I talk with Asmodee, which is this Friday, I'll say, "Hey, like, how come we're not on Amazon MX?" And then we'll find out, and I'll have a good answer, or maybe we'll get on there.
Awesome.
Sometimes it's as simple as bringing it up, and then they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, we should do that."
90% of the time, we're not doing a thing for two reasons, right? Number one, because we have a real good reason to not do it, and we are not we don't have the permission to say why exactly, right? Mostly because of non-disclosure agreements and stuff. And the second one is we're not doing it because we don't know that we could be doing it.
Yeah. So it never hurts to ask.
Right.
Now, Hideka here mentions trying to pick up Mansers the University. Mansers the University is is going to be hard to find for a little while. We initiated a reprint of Argent, and how well that reprint of Argent does is going to determine a lot of the fate of Mansers. That said, we are planning to do some more stuff with Argent in the future. So Argent will it will become available eventually. So make sure that you're following our mailing list and that you're following announcements, so that when it does become available, you'll be able to grab it. So
Okay.
it won't be gone forever. Is long story short. Mansers won't be gone forever, but it is a little while before it comes back.
The dance of the manse, Brad. The dance of the manse.
Yeah.
What's the news on conventions in general? Are we going to any? Do we have any plans? Like, no concrete stuff, obviously, but what's our plans about conventions and shows in general?
So the general what we're doing today, this year is we're gonna start going back to some conventions in person. Mostly, it's going to be our like like people like me who are going to do meetings and such. But I might go as a guest of a vendor, right? Like if I get Miniature Market or something to say host me, I'll do a signing for them, and they'll be the ones selling our games, and then I'll go and help my meetings and such. So
Cool.
that's kind of how we want to do it. We want a couple people to show up, but we don't want to run a whole booth kit and and be doing that.
It's a
just
lot
yet.
of work. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and also we're relying on Asmodee and to provide a lot of those services for us now.
Right. Makes sense
So
because
you know,
we got into an agreement with them for a reason, right?
yeah. But I do want to like go back and run tournaments at Gen Con and stuff this year. So
Oh.
those are some things that we want to do for sure.
Okay. Somebody's asking something that we could answer after the mid-roll break, which is what non-board game area would you like to expand into the most?
All right. Well, yeah, I think that's a great question to say before we go to our mid-show break. Um, so, everybody, thank you for being here. I'm Brad Town. With me is Marco, my wonderful, lovely, far away and ever loquacious co-host. And it's our mid-show break. Hi, everyone.
Hi, welcome to the mid-show break. In the mid-show break, Brad and I usually give you any announcements and cool stuff that's happening. Brad, is there any cool stuff happening that we want to thank? This segment sponsored by?
Yeah, I want to say this segment is sponsored by our level boosters, who you can see highlighted in purple on the right side of your column. I will avoid calling everybody out because sometimes people don't have the role of their primary role, and I feel like I'm gonna miss somebody. So,
So just
but I want to say,
thank everyone.
yeah,
Just thank everyone.
okay. Well, I want to thank everybody whose name is in purple and who has a diamond by their name, especially. Um, so, you guys, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and you make it all possible. Thanks for supporting Level 99. You, if you're listening, can become a level booster too. And all you have to do is boost this Discord server, or if you're on YouTube, join this Discord server and then boost it. You get a cool roll by your name, and we give you a special coupon in the Level 99 store. So you get your money back effectively when the next time you buy something from us. So come and support Level 99 and become a level booster. All right, that's our commercial sponsor break for this show.
Well,
I
not
don't
yet,
actually
Brad.
hold
There's
it,
actually
but-
a
Oh,
second.
there's more? There's a
Oh.
second commercial break?
No,
All right.
that's not a second commercial break. But if you're listening here right now, here's some new hotness, some sweet tips. You want to save some cash, you want to save some money and some level 99 games you may be wanting? Brad, we're having a sale. Did you know that we're having a sale?
What? Right now?
Right now, Brad. Boom! Jump scare, sale
Whoa.
scare.
Okay, so you're launching a sale right now in the middle of our show.
In the middle of our show, a sale has been launched, and you did not
jump
know.
sale.
Jump
See,
sale.
It's like a jump scare, but with
for
money.
sales. If you go
Yeah.
if you go to this link that I'm gonna be linking in both of our chats right now, you can get into the sale. We have a free gift if you're so inclined. It's a free copy of Noir of Indians. Make sure to add them manually to your order when you do get them. It should be the first product on the page. It should say free gift, Noir of Indians plus sleeve. Add this cart after you have $19 in your order, and it will be automatically applied as free. So if you get $19.99 at least in your order, you can add Noir of Indians plus sleeve bundle into your cart and get them for free. So that's the New Year sale, everybody. Please check it out. You're gonna, get some cool games.
Do people still remember how to play Noir?
Noir's a great game, Brad. It's like,
I think so too. I really want to reprint it next season.
Dude,
I'm pushing Asmodee to reprint Noir.
I played Noir with my mom and my brother, and like they had a blast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I my mom likes it too, and it's like the only level 99 game that my wife will play with me. So there you go. Um, it's
Wait. Why? Okay, wait. You
but
need to tell me why your wife only
uh,
plays this with you.
just because she doesn't she's more casual. She's more of a casual player.
Isn't
So
your wife like a literal space engineer?
yes, you can be a space engineer and still be a casual gamer. You know, it's okay. Yeah. Um, but yeah, there's a couple games in our line that Linda really loves, and Noir is probably the number one. So and I like it too. I'm always looking for new excuses to bring Noir. Um,
All right.
so
Somebody's asking,
yeah.
does this apply after the $10 off coupon? Usually, you can't use two different coupons and two different things to us during a sale. So you may want to try it out yourself, but as far as I know, that's usually not the case. Um,
We'll test that in production.
right. We'll stuff from. Okay, we'll answer all of these future questions for later, but that's the mid-roll ad segment, and let's move on to the mid-roll game segment. Brad,
Yes, we have a game to play today.
you have decided to do something interesting for the first Level Up Live of 2023, and that's you're running this segment this time?
Well, I may be explaining the game, but I think it will be the fans who are running the asylum this time. So let me tell you about this game, which is Scrap Designer. The so when we say go, we will take the first object that somebody puts into chat. Keep it family friendly. First thing you put into chat, and we will pitch you a game that uses this thing as a key component or game piece in the game. So we'll build a game around this object. All right, and we'll and you can tell us what you think. You know, you can rate it. But that's the idea.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well,
are you afraid yet, Marco?
I'm not afraid at all. You know, with your big brain and my lizard brain, we'll be able to make a good game. All right. So chat,
Suppose.
keep an eye out for any items nearby you. Don't try to make it too easy for us by saying dice. Even if you do actually have dice nearby, don't make it too easy for us. And we'll commence getting suggestions in 3, 2, 1. Feel free to just type it in. Okay, well, Brett.
So I'll do the first one in Discord.
I'll do the first
And,
one in YouTube. So YouTube, please
Okay.
give some suggestions for some items, inanimate objects that you find around
Yep.
your room, and
All
know,
right.
tell me
So-
how it is.
All right. Oatmeal. What kind of game will you design that uses oatmeal as a key thing? All right. So hold your suggestions. We'll do another round after this, and you get another chance. But oatmeal is the one that we've selected from this channel. So, how will you create a game with oatmeal? Now, Marco, if you come up with one first, then you can go ahead.
No,
and,
I'm doing the YouTube one. YouTube currently has
Oh,
a
okay.
cactus. So
a cactus. Oh, okay, cool. So cactus will get there. All right. So all right. Let's see. So
wait, Brad, wait. We
Yeah.
need to ask the important question. Is the component like a plastic game piece or something that approximates the object, or does this game need to use a real oatmeal?
I will leave that at your discretion. My game will use real oatmeal.
Okay.
So
Crazy.
consider that the bar that's been set.
Okay.
Okay. So all right. So this game uses oatmeal as a primary component. So this is a Euro game about farming oats, and the pieces that you use to track your fields and your inventory are literal oats, and we're going to use like full what do you say, like steel cut oats, not like the instant kind, because they are all like like full of oat dust. So like real steel cut oats that are cohesive.
All right.
And you rather than being like discrete as a discrete component, you have little measuring cups. So when you oatmeal, when you plant an oat in a field and then it grows, you actually get to like take one scoop of oatmeal and put it in the cup. And then, when you decide you're going to go to market and sell, there'll be like another cup, and you have to fill up that cup, and then
There's a
and then sell
scale.
that
There's a
oatmeal
scale.
for-
You put
Yeah,
the oatmeal
like,
on the
so-
scale.
Yeah, so you use scale or volume measures. So it's a Euro board game that uses oatmeal as a component, and the oatmeal is a non-discrete measure, right? Like it's this actual trade good that you're moving around.
Okay.
So there you go. There's my oatmeal game. So all right, Marco, tell us about your cactus game.
Okay. Have you ever gone to an arcade and thought to yourself, man, crane games are hard? But you know what would be harder? If I had to do this with a stupid implement. Welcome to my game, Cactus Crane. In this wonderful arcade-like game, you take a real succulent and you grab the pot from underneath. The game comes in this little bucket, and inside the bucket are a bunch of little like pin-cushiony marshmallow-like game components, each worth different amount of points based on their color or how cute they look. You then take the cactus and stab it into the bucket and lift it out. Whatever stuck to your cactus are your points. Thumbs up. Welcome
So
to
it's-
Cactus Crane.
Cactus crane. So it's bobbing for marshmallows with a cactus.
Yes, correct.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm into it. I'm kind of into it. Sounds like a quite a party game.
Right.
Uh,
See,
what you can the fun thing is that you can make your own cactus crane at home. And
the meta
because
game.
all the rules were just explained.
Wait, but Brad, think about this. What if there exists a universe, an alternate universe, where Cactus Crane is the most important sport in all of humankind, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe? Okay? Okay? And now you have an entire ecosystem of cactus farmers who try to make the ultimate cactus for Cactus
Well,
Crane?
then there has to be like a shonen anime about it, And of course, there's that one dark horse is going to show up with a tumbleweed instead.
Oh, he's like,
absolutely own the competition.
according to science, they're part of the same species. I checked.
Wow. Well, cool. Okay. So we ready for round two? Ready for round two?
Ready for round two?
All right. We're gonna count down, and then you can post your objects. All right.
Let's
Ready?
do reverse this time. I'll do the Discord and you do the YouTube. I'll tell you the YouTube one.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me what's the YouTube. Right. Ready?
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
3,
Suggest.
go. All right.
All right. Well, I'm waiting on YouTube to still give us some suggestions. They get a bit of a delay, so see, I got strawberry lemonade mix. Okay.
I can make a game with that.
Okay. Anything else from the YouTube side? Let's see here. It's the loading. Sorry, it takes a while for YouTube to load. Okay. Well, Brad, you what is this? Somebody suggested a bone. So there you go, Brad. You get a bone.
Okay. Well, this is almost too easy because like most classic.
No, okay, Brad.
like,
You cannot
games were-
shave the bone to turn it into dice.
Okay. We can't transform the bone. It's got to remain
It's
a bone.
cartoon dog bone. You know the one. You know the femur.
Is it specifically a cartoon dog bone, or is it like can I use multiple bones? if I want
You can use multiple bones, but I'm just saying that like you cannot transform the bones, right?
to? Okay.
Nah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So the bones are non-transformed. Got it.
Right.
Okay. Let me think.
Strawberry lemonade mix.
Okay.
IKEA shark? No, Crystal. I know you love the IKEA shark a lot, but no.
All right, all right.
Can you have Brad confirm that he uses Skullman promos to level his furniture?
What?
Do you, Brad? Do you use the Skullman Exceed promo to like stop your doors and level your furniture?
No, those are like super rare, and every time we find one, we got to give it to like one of the 10 people on the waiting list for it. They're impossible to find.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So, glass letter or glass setter, we are suggesting objects so that Brad and I can turn that into the main component in a board game. I have my answer already for strawberry lemonade mix. How about you, Brad?
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm ready. I'm not like super happy with my idea, but we'll go with it. We'll see what happens.
Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
I'll go first because I think that your idea is probably better than mine. Okay. So this is a dexterity game where you get a random assortment of bones, right? Of different bones, and very simply, it is a stacking game, and you place bones on the stack. There's like a foundation, and you just try to build higher and higher. So very simple game, but the bones and their textures and the weird shapes that you get will make it kind of a crazy game. And when the tower, if you place a piece and it falls, then you get that piece back. So pieces will trade from player to player as we go along. So super simple, but if Catherine one day brought home a bag of random bones for whatever reason, that's probably the game that I would suggest that we play together. It would be a stacking game. So
Jengus. It's Tetris meets Jenga. It's Jengis.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well, it's really mostly. I think it's more. What's that game? What is that game? I can't remember the stacking game that's like that.
Oh.
But there's a couple. There's a couple that are
Junk
like
art?
weird shape.
Apparently.
Yeah, maybe junk art. Okay.
The
see,
the shipping cannot be calculated on checkout at your store.
Let's message. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. While we're doing that, let's
Okay,
talk about my
there
game.
we go. So just reach out directly, Alexi, and they'll help you out.
Okay, so here's my game. It's called Lemonade Brigade. Okay, 99% of my thinking always ends up in the title and the advertising for the game. Okay, so Lemonade Brigade is a game where you and your friends assert your dominance in lemonade-based warfare. You and each of your opponents are different flavors of lemonade, trying to vie and mark your territory in the wonderful land of Lemonopolis. In Lemonopolis, those who take the most territory are the true winners of this war.
Is this just Splatoon with lemonade?
Yes, it's Splatoon, but you have the powder and you blow it onto the board, and how much you cover is your
Okay.
points, right?
Interesting. Okay. I would have said we'll actually what's the word? Like shoot lemonade onto the paper and to cover areas.
That's
You know,
also
like you get,
fair.
like,
but
X
but
points
Brad,
and
we
square
can't
dot or whatever.
transform the object, right? So it's mixed. It was lemonade
I
mix.
feel like in this specific case, it's okay. But sure, okay, we're not transforming the option.
Right, we're not transforming the option. You're a babe now. You're a nade now. Lemonade now. It's it's on the cutting room floor. We'll fix it in post.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well,
Lemonade. But yeah, hey, Brad, that was a cool game. I really liked it. It was fun. It let me flex my designer muscles, and I guess if people want to make Jengis or Lemonade Brigade or what was the name of your first game? Did you make a name for your steel cutting oatmeal game?
yeah. I guess it would. Let's see. Let's see.
It has to be like, it has to be like a, you know how like those Euro games are named? It's like
I mean, yeah, I think like Steel Cut might be like the name
Steel
for the
Cut
game.
is the name.
Steel Cut, like industry magnates of oatmeal or something.
Yes, yes, exactly. That's how they're all named.
Yeah, yeah, like junk bones.
Nice one,
Yeah.
Pixonic. Oh my god. Super intense board game cover. Yeah. It's like a brutalist architecture factory and a bunch of people in overalls using scythes to like harvest oatmeal.
No, look, they're all dogs. They're all cute dogs. Okay?
Why?
Because cute dogs are way better than sad people with scythes.
But that's what sells, Brad. That's what all the board game covers look like.
I'm like 110% sure that cute dogs are gonna sell better.
That's true. That's true. Okay, Brad. We're done with our mud roll segment. You know what that means, Brad. It's time for the Fast, the Furious second segment.
Okay. All right. It's cool. So in this segment, which we have a few more minutes left for, we are going to go back, step back into the past, and recap what we did this year, and then talk about what we're doing next year.
I call it the retrospect and future spect. Ooh.
Oh, what about a retro future spectacle?
The retro future specter. Well,
The
Brad.
specter of future past.
Oh God, no, not X-Men. Okay, Brad. Let's
all
talk
right.
a little bit about some of the projects that we've done this year in no chronological order. So we did
Okay.
Under Night this year, Brad. How'd you feel about
Yeah.
that?
I felt really good about it. I'm excited that it's finally come out. It's so Under Night's one of my favorite fighting games, so I'm really happy that we got to make it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to opportunities to play more. I really want to do I feel like we should have more tournaments on the Discord server. I want to see more, more things happening
More
around
things?
here. So, yeah, we should do more tournaments. We should do more invention tournaments, more events. I don't know. I want to see more events. If you want to run events, in Level 99 server, you can. We encourage it. We can even give you prize support and stuff. So if you want to host a game here, please reach out to us and let us know, and we'll help you set it up.
Send
Because,
that to the
you
C
know,
form. Send it to the C
Yeah.
form.
It's a community, right? And so you are the community. Anyway, but that said, Under Night, I'm really happy with how everything turned out for Under Night, and I am curious to see how the new 2-character box format does for Exceed. So we're looking forward to that.
Oh, man.
Far Corners finally came out 2 years later, so it's been a long trip, and this game has kind of been through everything. So
Yeah.
anyway, so glad to finally ship it. And we our code name for this game was Ostrich, because it stretched, its neck was stretched out so far. There were so many things to do, but for me, I think personally the biggest triumph is that we've finally delivered Grand Chronicle, which was years in the making. Like, we planned Grand Chronicle back in like 2015 or something, and we were planning to make this, and finally we've got it done. So yeah, good times. Glad that it worked out.
Yeah. We also did Bullet Star this year.
Yeah, was that a 2022 release? Like, we did.
Yeah, I think so. Or at least it got to people in 2022.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and we're already reprinting it too. So so that's a big success, to be reprinting something in the same year that it released.
Man, it's
So Bullet Star has been a great success.
I love I need to speak to this a lot, right? Because Bullet Star and Bullet as a series itself is kind of like me and Josh's baby. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, it certainly does. And I want to go ahead and say it here that we've got more Bullet on the way for you.
Oh, you spoiled it. Woo!
Yeah, so get excited because more Bullet is coming, and we're excited.
Yeah, Bullet's so great. I was really glad that I was able to put Nawa into Bullet. Get some Filipino representation out there. It's really important to me. Like, just to me. Like, I don't think it's important to anybody else, but I want some.
I bet that it's important to some other folks out there. Like there's a lot of people in the Philippines that I think will love to see that culture. Like, and you don't see it that much in board games, right?
No, it's not a very representative culture. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Quixotic said it best, right? Like, it's interesting. We are all exposed to something new when we get that representation.
That's
so
true.
It's all upsides.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. And I like, as a person who's really into this representation stuff, I try to make. I don't want to do the Guilty Gear Strive version of representation where Gold Lewis Dickinson eats burgers. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, though, right? Like,
I guess. I mean, I think like there's like. I mean, Gold Lewis is parody, right?
That is kind of the thing, right? Yeah.
I think what you want to avoid is like like E Honda, perhaps.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Thanks for thinking Nawa's cool. Ice Pop's opinion on Nawa is really important to me. So if Ice Pop thinks Nawa's cool, and I'm Pog. This is because Ice Pop's also Filipino. So. Right. So yeah, like I just I'm glad that we were able to do that, get some more representation in our games, and it's really important to me that we do it in a way that I find that is respectful, but also fun. Like, yeah, I just wanted it to be fun, right? Like, so now I bet a bunch of people know a bunch of Filipino foods they didn't know before, right? So that's something.
Yeah, we gotta try some of these at our next team get together.
Oh man, sure. I wonder if I can cook halo halo or make halo halo. You don't cook it, but yeah. So Brad, we also did a new thing today this year, which is we released a promo for Bullet, which is new. We haven't done that before.
Yeah. Our first Bullet promo, and it was really well received. So I'm really excited about that. I think we've got more Bullet. Like I said, we've got more Bullet in the future. So look out for more cats.
Look out for more cats.
We know that Beethoven is not the only cat in the universe.
Right.
In fact, like if after Star, we specifically know of other cats. So,
I wonder if that's a hint.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a hint that was fairly well established in the game, right? Because anyway, there's a boss in Bullet Star that doesn't link up with the heroine on the other side, so that should give you an idea of maybe perhaps which. Where that boss comes from.
Yeah. Like totally
so
don't believe you. Like totally like whatever. Like totally not awesome and so based. But yeah.
Well, yeah. So go check your Bullet Star and see what to expect.
Bullet across the stars.
But yeah. So yes, we're looking forward to more cool Bullet stuff coming up soon. And thanks again for everybody who's supported the game by playing and sharing, and and by enjoying it, by participating. So I need more Bullet fan arts in my life.
You need more Bullet fan arts? Okay, well,
yeah, we need to do like what we need like a Bullet fan like a Bullet fan where it's just like Wanderers, but for Bullet.
Okay, so for people who don't know what Wanderers is a box of BattleCon where we got suggestions for characters from the community, then we canonized them, essentially, right? After some, like, processes and stuff. So Brad's suggesting that we get suggestions for Bullet characters from the community, and then we make them real, is the point, is
yeah, there's a lot of such great customs in the community.
Oh my gosh, so many of the customs go crazy. Somebody made a really cool custom. I forgot the name, but the ability was that after they fulfilled a certain condition, I think it was like clear a star bullet or clear 2-star bullets, they would get a super pattern. like one of like their 5 super patterns, and it would like blast like 6 bullets or something. And that's a really cool idea. It's like to have a secondary deck of patterns that are just better than your regular patterns. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of cool things that we can do, and I think it'll be neat to see. But that's a question for for the future.
For the future. Speaking of the
Something
future,
that,
speaking of the future,
like,
Brett, let's talk a little bit.
Future.
Yeah, speaking of the future, let's talk a little bit about what Level 99 Games is doing in 2023. I'm really excited to hear. I mean, obviously we can't spill all of our guts, but what can we give?
So we can't tell you everything that's going on because there's still some secret stuff. Secret. We do have another Exceed project coming up in the near future. This is our Project Bald Eagle. So
sorry, what did you say? What did you say? What did you say Bald Eagle was?
Project Bald Eagle.
Okay.
So we've got some more Exceed coming up in the near future for you.
Well, Brad,
Yeah.
Well, it is and it isn't.
I mean, this is you'll have to see. You'll have to wait.
You have to see. It is and it isn't. That's my hint. That's my hint.
Yeah.
It is and it isn't.
It is and it isn't. I mean, this is more of a branding question, right? Like, so instead of saying when in the future for Exceed, we have felt that putting Exceed front and center on the boxes has been more of a barrier. And so what we're going to do for the next, for the future is we're going to say, it's X, the card game powered by Exceed, and make the brand the core focus, and Exceed downplayed a little bit. And I think that will make it clear to people that this is more of an entry level product and less of a collect them all type of thing.
Right. So
'cause I think that's what a lot of people see is they see Exceed first and like, oh well, I'm not into Exceed, so I probably can't buy this. So
it's kind of like how a lot of tabletop RPGs are powered by the apocalypse, right? But you don't buy all powered by the apocalypse products, right?
Right. Yeah. You wouldn't say, oh well, it's powered by the apocalypse, so I can't get it. So yeah, it's more of the Universes style, where it's the brand first, powered by Exceed. So and we'll see. We shut off pretty soon, but I'm quite excited for it. So look out for an announcement, probably around the time we fulfill Dead by Daylight. We're gonna be ready to announce that one.
Bald Eagle, everybody, Bald Eagle. And for people who don't know, all our code names are named after birds, and they give a little hint as to what the thing is, right? For example,
well, I don't know if there's any hint there, but
I mean, I'm just saying, right? Like Under Night was Nightjar, right? The Battle Con reprint was Condor. I'm not saying the hints are great. I'm just saying there are hints.
Oh, okay, sure. So let's move forward. We have, and I guess I already spilled the beans, but we have more Bullet coming at the later on this year. So there's more Bullet coming out, and we do have another Bullet promo coming out in the near future.
Which one is this? Is this the cat, or is this the not cat?
No, this is our charity promo.
Can we say what that is already or no?
I think it'd be best to do a full announcement.
Okay.
Because it is a partnered property. It is a license that we're doing, so we will want to to announce that more officially. So I think, but look out for it soon, and it's a pretty cool one. I'm really excited for.
Oh, I'm
this
so
character.
pogged about this character too.
This is, I don't know. Experienced Bullet players will love it, but it might melt your brain.
It's my I helped design Nawa, so melting your brain is the default. But I love this character because it just shows you, because Bullet is such a simple system, it gives you the space to go absolutely hog wild, right? Brad, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's true. It's true. Things get wild. But my time grows short, as the
Okay, Brad. Wait. Okay,
spirit
let's
as
go.
the spirit of Christmas says. So
Let's keep going. Let's
I
keep going.
will.
Let's keep going. Wait.
Yeah,
Let's keep going. We have 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes. Yes, we have five
yeah.
minutes. All right.
So later this year, we have a new game from the world of Indies to share with you. This is going to be the next game from Trey Chambers, the trifecta of Argent, and then Imperial will finally be capped by this game. Not to say that it's going to be the last one, but it is the third, so that now we can say trifecta, which I always like to
Trifecta. Hey.
yeah, the trifecta. I like to say every chance I get. So look out for that. It's gonna be super cool. This is a world conquest, military conquest game set in the world of Indians. Quixotic just posted some of the art for it in the Discord server. It's a very different look for the world of Indians and a different style, and it's where we're going maybe a bit more like classic fantasy Game of Thrones kind of look for it. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, I think
Anyway,
the
I
game's
think
really
Gushroud's
fun
solid.
too. We need to announce this game so that we can talk about the mechanics because I really love it.
Yeah. I want to announce this game soon, and we're finalizing the the design stuff for it, so it's going to be ready to announce fairly soon.
Oh.
So super cool.
Hey, if this is any indication, I personally am not a big fan of dudes and maps games. I love this game, so that might say something about it. Might say nothing about it, but we'll see. Brad,
Yep.
last and finally, this last point.
So last and finally, back in 2019, we started a project in collaboration with Jasco Games that was a Mega Man board game. We've had a few issues with getting the exact licensing worked out for that. So we are planning at this point. I think it is fair to say that Mega Man All Stars will mutate into something else, and what exactly it's going to be, we're still figuring out. But that game will transform again, and so we'll see where it takes us.
Can we
But that's
cough about what it might be? Cough.
no, I don't think we are ready to talk about any specifics yet.
Good.
I want people to, you don't need to say like, hey, what happened to that Mega Man game you're gonna do?
Right.
It unfortunately, hasn't worked out with Mega Man. So, we'll keep you posted. We'll keep you posted.
Right. But I'm still really excited about it, and I really love this game. Like even without the theme, the game is just great. So we'll see where it goes. Oh, and Brad, any updates on Argent TTRPG before we end all of it?
So this year we are planning to, as funds allow, to set up our narrative games division, and then we will start putting out role-playing games and story-based games. So yeah, look out for those in the near future. This is like probably the biggest thing that I'm excited to launch this year, is to finally get some RPGs back in our catalog. So look out for that soon, and we're really excited to be showing those off in the near future.
Awesome.
But that's all our time for today. It's been a blast to talk to you about future projects, and to talk to you about the past projects, and to play some games online,
and to be
y'all,
with you at the best of times, and to be with you at the worst of times.
Well, it's good. It's good times all around. So thank you so much for joining us. I am your host, Brad Talton, and with me, the ever Marco.
The ever Marco, also known as the Mechanic Critic, and thank you all so much for coming to the first Level Up Live of 2023. We appreciate all of your love, your support, and your time, and hopefully, we'll see you more this year, and we'll have more games for you to enjoy. Without much else to say, thanks for coming, and happy gaming!
Happy gaming, and good night.
Good night! Or good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are! Bye-bye.